Welcome back to the Methodcast, where we shine a warm light on the truth hidden in plain sight and where we gently peel back the layers of illusion that keep us from living freely. Today, we're diving deep into one of the biggest traps users face, the illusion of relief. It's a subtle, sticky thought that whispers, just one more time and I'll feel better. But let me ask you something. Has that relief ever truly come? You see, users, bless their hearts, focus with razor-sharp intensity on a fantasy. The fantasy of relief. The idea that indulging in the behavior will silence their unrest, soothe their nerves, fill the void. But here's the hard truth that the easy peasy method makes crystal clear. It never does. You're not giving up anything when you quit. You're escaping a nightmare. That's not just a feel-good phrase. That's the reality you see once the fog lifts. Let's talk about this fog for a moment. It's that hazy state where you forget why you wanted to quit in the first place. Your mind becomes so clouded by the craving, by the lie, that you mistake the cause of your suffering for its solution. That's the illusion. That's the trick. Porn doesn't relieve stress. It creates it. This one line from Easy Peasy sums it all up. The user focuses on the temporary numbing, not realizing it's the very source of their unease. Now, let's contrast that with the clarity of a non-user. They don't walk around craving relief because they're not suffering from the problem in the first place. Their peace isn't fragile or dependent. It's real. It's steady. They're not navigating life looking for their next escape hatch. They're present, calm, and joyful in the small things. They don't watch the clock, dreading their next urge. Why? Because there is no urge. Non-users don't need willpower because they're not missing anything. And it's fascinating how powerful our focus can be. Let me share a story to paint this better. Imagine two hikers climbing a mountain. One is convinced that at the summit, there's a magical fountain that will make them eternally happy. They push, they crawl, they suffer, all to reach that fantasy. But when they arrive, they find it's just a dry rock, nothing there. Disillusioned, they blame themselves. Maybe I took the wrong path. Maybe I didn't hike hard enough. Now the other hiker? They knew the summit was just a viewpoint, a place to breathe in the view, feel the breeze, and rest. They took their time, smelled the wildflowers, enjoyed the journey. That's the non-user, and that's what Easy Peasy gently teaches you. You're not climbing to freedom, you're removing the chains. The user's mind, though, is hijacked by this chase, and illusions have power. Just think of people who chase mirages in the desert. They swear they see water. They run toward it, desperate. It's not stupidity, it's focus, misplaced focus. That's what porn addiction is. A mental mirage that keeps moving the goalpost, always promising, never delivering. And this is how users justify it to themselves. I need this to relax. I deserve a break. It's just for today. But the Easy Peasy method lays it bare. Every session ends with regret. Not sometimes, every time you're not weak. You're just trapped in an illusion. But illusions dissolve in the light of truth. What's beautiful about the Easy Peasy journey is that it doesn't ask you to fight or to suffer. It simply invites you to look again, really look, to notice that what you thought was relief was actually more pressure, that what you thought was pleasure was just the dulling of pain. It's not about resisting the urge. It's about no longer having the urge. The shift is gentle but radical. One moment you feel like a prisoner with iron bars around your will. The next you realize the door's been open all along. And that's what we hear from folks again and again. It just clicked. The moment they stopped believing the fantasy, the craving lost its grip. You don't quit because it's bad for you. You quit because you realize it's not doing anything for you. Let me give you two characters, Jake and Theo. Jake is a user, stuck in the cycle. Every time he feels stress, loneliness, boredom, his mind races toward that solution. And though he's ashamed afterward, he still believes that maybe next time it'll help. His focus is on relief, on fantasy, on illusion. Theo? He's read Easy Peasy. He's walked through the fog. He's realized there was nothing magical on the other side of the screen. Now, when discomfort hits, he doesn't panic. He lets it be. He stretches. He takes a walk, calls a friend. The thought of using, it doesn't even occur to him. Not because he's stronger, but because he's no longer deceived. Freedom isn't about self-control. It's about truth. It's wild, isn't it? How just changing the focus can change your entire experience. That's what Easy Peasy reveals. And not through hard philosophy, but through straight talk, chapter by chapter. Like a friend leaning in and saying, "Hey, what if you've been lied to?" And that's why we say, don't just listen to podcasts like this one. Read the book. Don't believe me, believe your own eyes when they finally see clearly. The fog doesn't lift all at once, but each page helps. Each insight loosens the grip. You're not giving something up. You're escaping something horrible. So if you've been focusing on that next imagined high, that temporary numbness, if you've been thinking that's where relief is, I invite you to pause, to look in the other direction, where there's no chase, just peace, just stillness, just the quiet joy of being a non-user. Because the truth is, you don't need to be fixed. You need to stop believing you're broken. You're not addicted because of some flaw. You're addicted because you've been hypnotized. Easy peasy is the dehypnosis, the return to sanity. The only reason it feels hard is because you think it's hard. So breathe deep, my friend. Set down the illusion. Walk into the light of simple clarity. Be like Theo, be a non-user, be free. And if you're wondering if it's possible, let me remind you, not only is it possible, it's easy. Just read the book. No fighting, no white knuckling, just understanding, because the mind, once it sees the lie, cannot unsee it. This was the Methodcast. Until next time, stay free, stay clear, and remember, nothing changes until you stop chasing what was never real.